If you're ready for some Rawdown, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's time to get raw. It's time to get down. It is time for the Rawdown, the number one source for all things WWE, right here at the Turnbuckle Tavern. I'm your host, Young Anthony. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Boney Khan, and the MVP, Marco. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
God damn, you in a rush, son? Jeez.
In a rush. Got it. We got so much to get to. Actually, we don't really, but...
Hey, I'm wearing this just for Sheena tonight, my all elite baby.
Oh man!
Check out the Chick Foley show. For
yeah,
more
we were
on
just.
that one.
I was telling Anthony, he's only listened to half the show. He didn't listen to the full episode yet. So I told him I hope he's not a fan of Adam Cole.
Yeah.
I heard you guys went in on him. So
yeah, hey, that's AEW. We're going to talk about
that is true.
That
is true.
WWE. Hope everyone's having a great night. We have a lot of stone cold topics to discuss, but before we get into that, before we get into, we don't have a what drop. That's
what
Chad, you got to
get
do
on
it ourselves.
What?
Before we get into all of that, however, it's got to be known that we are 21 days away from the Rawdown WrestleMania prediction show. Boney's pointing at the sign as we speak. And Boney, you're finally back this week.
I'm back.
You were
and better than ever.
You apparently had an exclusive meeting with President Sneed Tunney.
Yeah,
and I hear that you have some type of stipulation for this meeting. Please tell us what was discussed at this meeting.
Well, I had a very tremendous conversation with President Tunney, President Sneed Tunney. He's a gentleman and a scholar, I tell you. And we came to some agreements. I was kind of screwed out of the title. Let's be fair.
I don't think so.
So we have come to an agreement that I will be picking first in the WrestleMania prediction show for every single match.
Whoa.
Yeah, come on. That's
a bit excessive. That's
what Tony said. I mean, you gotta ask him yourself, but I don't know if he's on tonight or not, but he may
for both night one and night two.
All of them. Yeah. I got it.
You're picking first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I am a master negotiator. I'm a master at
manipulator.
Whoa. I am one of the greatest podcasters there's ever been. I truly think that I'm a god amongst men. So,
will you stop?
So, anyways, I'll be picking first. No big deal. But this
is ridiculous. We are living in just the worst of times here at the tavern. The fact
I'd say the best of times. The title needs to be back in the home of the J-Bone. So
this is ridiculous. Something's got to give. Something's got to give for this stipulation.
I don't know. You can ask Tony. If you want, I don't know. I mean, he's going to just say he agrees with what just happened. So it's a waste of time for you to do that.
I'm sure he agrees. You know what, folks? Stay on the lookout next week. I've got something to counteract this. I won't go over it now, but J-Bone, I'm coming for you. And Marco, I'm coming for you as well. That title is going to be mine. I am the tag team champions.
No, I'm the tag team champions.
I'll be the new tag team champions. Don't worry.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rawdown.
It's exciting here at the Rawdown.
We have a lot to discuss, so let's get right into it.
Outside the ropes.
And that's the bottom line.
What? So yesterday on Raw, Kevin Owens cuts a promo at the end of the show talking about what's his path going to be for WrestleMania, and he lays out the challenge.
Well, you can damn well bet that Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to be there.
And well, He goes
That's
ahead and
basically what I know.
challenges Kevin. He challenges Stone Cold not to a match, but to making a special guest appearance on the KO show.
Correct.
And how do we get a response? Well, of course, it's going to be at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on a random Tuesday, because Stone Cold Steve Austin posts his response on Twitter in a beautiful promo. If you haven't checked it out, go do it because it was phenomenal. And he accepts, and we are going to see Stone Cold Steve Austin on the KO show at WrestleMania Saturday. MVP, I'll start with you.
Saturday? It's confirmed
Saturday? Yep, it's Saturday. Yeah, they announced it.
On Saturday. MVP,
Night
I'll start
1.
with you. What were your thoughts on this whole interact? What were your thoughts on the promo, and what are you excited to see Stone Cold in a KO show segment as opposed to an actual match?
Was that to me? Or
yeah.
I mean, I'm always excited to see Stone Cold. I'm glad it's not gonna be like everyone thought, like a match where he comes out with the leather vest and the trunks and the 2 knee braces. I mean, the most we'll see is his streetwear that he used to, brawl in, and his the jorts, the tight jorts, I should say, knee braces, as well as probably a new Stone Cold merch. I'm expecting as well. There's probably some new T-shirt they're gonna be hawking at WrestleMania. But
I'm gonna buy it.
Me too. Yeah, of course. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. Definitely love the promo that he cut. It was, they after 19 years. That whole thing was it was just awesome. Him pulling up in the vehicle, like it was great. I can't. I'm pumped. I can't wait for this to happen now. I'm excited.
Yeah. Usually like I would kind of poo-poo this a little bit. However,
welcome, Austin.
What's up, Austin? Austin, we're talking about Austin.
Austin.
No, but I think this is like best case scenario. To be honest with you.
Yep.
I'm sure there's people out there like, oh, it's a KO show. Who cares? Blah 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 blah. First of all, you got a spot for KO. Okay.
Yep.
On Mania.
Yep.
I mean, the worst he's going to take is a stunner, right? And he goes home with a nice, healthy WrestleMania paycheck, right? Not a whole lot, Of course, gonna have to prepare words and build this drama and yada yada yada. But we get to see Stone Cold. I talked about it a couple weeks ago. I was not a fan of it being in a match because I just love the story of how Stone Cold retired. Just rode off in the sunset, kind of like like a Texas rattlesnake would, just done. There you go.
Stunner on a pole match.
I like it. Let's do it.
Vince Russo in the Booker room.
It would actually be a stunner, stun gun or something, Yeah. But anyways, I think it's best case scenario, to be honest with you. I think there's like a lot of confusion on it. Is this a match? Because the way they're talking, and we'll touch on it a little bit here in a little bit. I mean, they need all the promotion they get. So if you want to pretend like it's a match for a little while, and then when you get to WrestleMania, do this little promo battle, and then they fight and do whatever, I'm for it. Because they need the eyes on this Mania. I've been talking about this since November. So they need it. They need Austin. Absolutely. 100% needed Austin there. So,
I was originally disappointed, to be honest, because I'm going to be there. I was expecting there to be like an actual match. And, I wanted to see Austin in a match. I think I was up to like 65 or 75% that 70% that we were going to see him in a match.
Yeah.
But thinking about it, I'm more in a positive light for this simply due to the fact that I think you're going to end up getting a match in some regard. I was talking to Marco about this before we went on, that I think you're going to see something very similar to like what they did for The Rock at WrestleMania 32, where he comes out, he cuts this long promo, and then we get like an impromptu match that it's like a minute or something.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of that. But I think that's better off because you get to mix, Stone Cold on the mic, which obviously top 5 talker of all time, along with, some version of a match or just fighting in general. So you get the best of both worlds. However, what I don't understand and why I'm getting the main reason why I'm disappointed is because they're promoting this like it is a match. So you're expecting this to be a match. They were saying like, it's been 19 years since Stone Cold's been in the ring. First of all, it hasn't even been years since he's been at WrestleMania. He was at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, and he hit multiple stunners. So it's not like this is his first appearance in the ring in years. Like he's been at WrestleMania before. He's done special guest ref appearances. He's done multiple appearances on Raw. So, I mean, if it is going to be a match, then that's a reason to say it's been 19 years. But the fact that he's been in the WWE and has been a presence, I just don't understand that.
No. So the way I picked up on it is they definitely didn't promise it like being a match. Mm-hmm. This is like his last hurrah. Like 19 years ago was his. If you listen to the promo again, what he said, let's listen to it word for word. Mm-hmm. 19 years ago, I took 3 rock bombs, 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, and just something about me just never felt like I left the ring. And then he goes into, today, like this is it. This is the pinnacle. This is the point where I ride off in the sunset for good. That's where I gathered. And at the same time, so that's in kayfabe mode, right? We go into reality where you have, they need the promotional stuff, gaga to go along because this is a way to do that without actually putting Austin in a match because I don't think he wants to work an entire match.
Right.
He said that for years, and I believe it. He doesn't want to work a match. He'll do something creative. This is a creative way to get Austin doing something physical without being a match, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. And
so,
actually, before we move on, we actually have a gift from the Rawdown gods themselves, wherever they may be. And we actually have Austin's promo that I want to play right now, just so everyone can hear the magic that was this promo. Thank you, Rawdown gods. Let's listen to this.
19 years ago, I wrestled my last match in a WWE ring. After 3 rock bottoms, 1, 2, 3, I lost the match. And for 19 years, I've had to live with that defeat, knowing my time was up. Kevin Owens, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for waking something up deep inside me that I've kept buried for 19 years. Ever since you started running that damn mealy mouth of yours talking about the state of Texas, the great state of Texas, you got my attention. And why would you want to do that, Kevin? I can think of 2 reasons. 1, you are one dumb son of a bitch. And 2, you are fixing to get your ass kicked by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Whether you want to call this a KO show, a match, a fight, a brawl, whatever, I will guarantee you this. In Dallas, Texas, where I started my career at WrestleMania, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to open up one last can of whoop ass on you, Kevin Owens. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Beautiful.
Damn.
Beautiful piece of word business right there.
Call it a KO show. What? Call it a match. What? Call it a segment. What?
Now, here's the thing, though, okay? Here's the thing they need to work on.
Okay.
They cannot rely on a Stone Cold Steve Austin or a fucking Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Rock next year, okay? I know they might have Rock, Roman in the books, whatever, but
yeah,
you got to start building your talent today. You've got to start because it's just ridiculous. You got to rely on something like this.
Yep.
Now
that's fair.
So that's all I got to say.
I mean, with WrestleMania, you're always going to see celebrities. You're always going to see people come back.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
That's not going to stop at all. It's always going to be one celebrity, someone from Hollywood. It's always going to be like a legend that's going to show up or something like that. Not in a obviously like in a match. Hopefully not. But I think that's
Tyson. Welcome in, Tyson. Welcome in,
Tyson.
Tyson, you're late, pal.
I know, right? You're really late. Jeez. But yeah, no, I think you'll always see that. You are definitely right. They do need to start, building the talent. I mean, they should have been building talent. I don't think they should be just starting now doing that. Yeah. But they definitely should be building talent to take over that spot. But I mean, even at next year's Mania, who now do you see as a main event person besides, Roman Reigns or maybe Seth Rollins or Charlotte or the same people are going to be always a main event.
I mean, it's an issue, no doubt. I mean, you need to start building your theories up. Your Damian Priest. You got Finn Balor. You got a former Universal Champion just out there,
Kenny, what's going on? Thanks for joining. I mean, you're definitely right about all of this. I couldn't tell you what they're going to do outside of relying on nostalgia. I mean, the way that they should be looking at this is they have 1 full year to get to Hollywood WrestleMania. They need to start looking at the talent that they have, finding the gems in the rough or whatever the phrase goes, and just build around them. You can bring the nostalgia back a little bit. Yeah, but the nostalgia is going to be brought back with Roman versus Rock. That's your main event. And you kind of have that leeway so that even though that's what your focus is going to be for the top match, now you have a full other card that you should be working towards and building stars so that the rest of the card feels important and it's not just a one match show. So they should definitely be focusing on this. Braun Breaker is definitely a name. Kenny says
not for next year. It's too soon.
I think it's too soon for him. Well, he was brought in on Raw yesterday.
Later on. I don't see him at least till SummerSlam.
Yeah. I mean, if on the show, on the Chick Foley show, we talked about the demise of NXT and what that would mean. Triple H's NXT, we should say, and I said. I think we all pretty much were all in agreement that once, Triple H was, when Triple H was in charge of NXT, he would never really see any NXT superstars on Raw or SmackDown. It just wouldn't happen. They didn't acknowledge NXT at all. They didn't say anything, anything. They didn't talk about any championships in the past, none of that stuff. As soon as Vince McMahon takes over NXT, now you're seeing the crossover from NXT to Raw and SmackDown.
Tyson taking shots at the champion.
Man.
Tyson, you say you missed it. I took to talk to President Tunney. I'm getting first picks in WrestleMania this year.
I mean, he's kind of taking shots at all of us because none of us have a title. So
I should have a title, but
I should have one too.
I
technically should have one.
You should have nothing, Marco.
You should have an
NXT report to give us.
I predicted the pin of Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar.
I'm the tag team champions. I've always been the tag team champions. I'll forever be the tag team. Enough. All right. Look, you guys are making some great points. I want to actually shift this a little bit into what our next topic is going to be. Still on the topic of WrestleMania. For the next few weeks, folks, you're going to hear all about WrestleMania because this is it's the show. He's pointing to it for our audio listeners. We got a big old sign that we're going to point to. Tyson also thinks that he's the tag team champion, but he's wrong. I'm the tag team champion. So we have WrestleMania coming up, and it was rumored a while ago that there was going to be a Austin level surprise on top of Steve Austin and the rumors, and they were saying that there would be someone else. So Kevin Owens has challenged Steve Austin. He's accepted. That's on the card. This leaves KO's former tag team partner, I don't know, Seth Rollins. It is rumored that the Austin level surprise that was going to be the final surprise will be Seth Rollins.
Brooklyn Brawler.
Oh, boy. Well, I guess it comes down to the question of who is Seth Rollins going to face at WrestleMania. I'll start it off. Cody Rhodes. It's going to be Cody.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's gonna be him.
yeah, it's he's gonna be the opponent, or he's gonna do the famed Roman winning, and then someone appears at the end, because that happens at every pay-per-view. Like every time Roman wins a pay-per-view match, someone interrupts his victory.
Yeah.
Brock did it. Who else did it? John Cena did it to him. I think that's either if Cody doesn't show up as Seth Rollins' opponent, I think that's going to happen. I know that
I can see that happening at any other show than WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Just
Okay.
because for me, like you end the show, like Cody isn't like main event of WrestleMania worthy.
Whoa.
All right,
You're
wait,
talking
hold
like
on,
his name's
hold
Adam
on.
Cole right
Hold
now.
on,
Come
hold
on
on.
now.
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
If you're telling me to book a card of WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes is not touching the main event whatsoever.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? You would put in a roster with Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, multiple Drew McIntyre, John.
Yeah,
Cena,
way over Drew McIntyre. Sky is above
Yeah,
Drew
way over
McIntyre.
Drew. Yeah, I
Cody.
agree.
Do you think Cody Rhodes has the star?
Cody
power?
Rhodes
Right
could
now
come
he
in.
does. Yeah, I think
He could
so.
be the third most powerful guy on that roster.
Yep.
So you also take into consideration
that.
that like WrestleMania is a mainstream event. Like that's the reason why they do the nostalgia and everything.
He helped start the major competition, AEW, and he's over in WWE.
Yes, but
Like, what do
WWE is a more mainstream company than AEW is.
And
By a
he's got
landslide.
the last name of Rhodes.
Yeah, and he has a
It's
show
not
on
like-
T. Yeah,
it's
he has
all right.
that,
For me, that's
Big
like
Show.
SummerSlam. You have to think in WWE booking. Do you think Cody Rhodes would ever sniff a WrestleMania main event if Vince had
Yes,
the
yeah.
pen?
absolutely. Maybe not this year because of the
Not
way they're
this
building
year,
it,
no.
but next year, yes.
All right,
I
maybe
can
if
see
you
him
book him
win a
well,
Royal
but I'm
Rumble.
talking about like you sign Cody Rhodes on the dotted line, and he has a spot at WrestleMania this year. You put him in the main event
If he would have shown up in Saudi Arabia 2 weeks ago, main event.
against who? Roman?
I mean, it depends on how it fell. If you have a title for title, the way they have it booked right now, no, because you got Brock and Roman title for title, right?
Right.
If somebody else is WWE champion or Universal champion, you're doing two separate title matches. You put him you put Cody up against whoever the champion is.
Okay.
100%.
Maybe
100%.
Maybe
I
I'll
think-
give him WrestleMania Saturday. But
I think if he steps foot in WrestleMania, he has to be in the main event. If they put him anywhere lower, that's gonna like discredit that signing. Like he can't be mid card, he can't be opening. He has to be a part of the main event scene. There's no.
You got to.
I don't think
he
it
has to.
discredits it if he's not in the main event slot because
If
you
he's
can.
facing-
I know it's like people always make this argument, but like you can still be in a major match and not be in the final.
Oh yeah,
spot
yeah,
of WrestleMania.
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, like
But
you can
Like
put him
for
against
me,
Seth Rollins.
If
Like
Cody was signed for Saudi Arabia and Lashley still had the title, I would totally say you could do Lashley versus Cody. but
Yeah, that's
not
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's not a Mania main event though, but that's still a big match for Cody.
And that's a whole separate debate though. It depends on what.
That's true.
So are you talking about like whenever the Undertaker had his streaks, that wasn't a main event worthy match, even if it wasn't last?
Yeah, I would say
like
so.
so Triple H versus Undertaker, all those matches, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, those weren't main event matches.
I think you could main event, but also you have to take into consideration what were the other matches on that card. Such you say Triple H and Undertaker.
No. My question is like, okay, is the main event the last match of the night? Is that what you're saying?
The main event, yes, but you can also have
because that goes back
main
to the
event
CM Punk
worthy
stuff.
matches.
Okay, right. Okay, so main event worthy. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Cody is main event worthy. That's the question, right?
Okay, so in that case, yes.
Yes.
But I think it also depends who you put him up against. I don't think if you're talking main event like the last spot on a WrestleMania, no, he's not main event worthy then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could see him being in a marquee match like a Seth Rollins, like
That-
Bobby
and that's-
Lashley.
I consider that a main event match.
And that's main event. Like, yeah, that's the main event
Yeah.
scene. If you have like the
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley. And
In
the
that
Seth
case, I don't
Rollins.
think you can call it main event worthy. I mean, like you can call it like a marquee match. I think he's a marquee wrestler, superstar, but there's no way in hell that I would ever put him in the last slot of WrestleMania with the card with the roster.
I think he could have, if he would have signed sooner, he could have gone up against Roman.
I think he could have.
I could see it. You know,
Chad actually says Cody will not sign with WWE if he's not in the main event picture. Not necessarily the main event, but he has to be in the mix with the top guys.
Yeah, like
Right,
I said
right.
that. Yeah, he has
Right,
to be in the like he has to be like he. If you put him in the WWE, he has to be in the main event mix. He can't be mid card. He can't.
you've
be in
already
the
been there,
beginning.
Anthony.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, he can't be facing Sami Zayn.
So look,
the IC title.
actually, let me present this. So
No.
just, hold on. Hear me out.
Main event
okay?
mix only.
If Cody Rhodes, so let me. This is what I'm envisioning as a logical Cody Rhodes path of a story if he signs for WrestleMania. Cody versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. And then I'm not going to put him in the main event scene because I think that's too quick. What if he gets put in the Intercontinental Championship role, but he treats it like the TNT title?
No.
Where he defends it and makes it more prestigious.
No, he
can't
only
do
had to.
it. The Intercontinental title has got to be more prestigious before he gets into that role.
Yeah,
I don't think
he already held that.
What about John Cena? The United States title was nothing before he came in and he took the title and he made it prestigious.
It's different. John Cena's not coming into the company.
Yeah, he's already in. He's already.
He's already.
main
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's John
he already
Cena.
main evented plenty of
No,
WrestleManias.
I'm saying Cody's established though. It's not like he's just a nobody coming in.
No, but
But
he's not
he's-
established in WWE now. That's the difference.
But you've got to establish him because he's a big guy in the competition. He's a fucking great will.
Yeah,
coming over from the Atlantic to the Pacific.
Yeah, when John Cena had the United States title, he was already like a legend in WrestleManias.
Right.
He's already main evented plenty of WrestleManias.
Okay, that's
won
fair.
plenty
That's
of
fair.
world titles.
Right.
Had plenty of if you want to call them 5-star matches or legendary matches. Like he was already not on the tail end of his career, but he was
elevating the
he's on the
title.
ride. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Marco.
that's-
He was
yeah,
elevating
that's
the
true.
title,
That's true.
and he was elevating Kevin Owens and Cesaro and
Zayn and
all
them.
those.
Great.
He elevated
guys.
KO when KO
Yeah.
showed up from NXT.
Yeah, definitely. He made KO a star.
Took him out. Yeah, so I mean, Cody has to start right at the he has to start right.
He's got to be a top guy. Yep.
Tavern
Yeah,
says
it's a waste.
Tony only comes back to be a top guy.
he
come back. To the
he can't
card.
be bottom
Be
feeding now.
waste.
He has to be right at the top of the Sharks.
Nice try, Anthony. You almost got me.
No,
You almost got me,
I have to
pal.
also think of it like the way I think in terms of booking and like fantasy booking. I keep a sense of reality in terms of WWE booking. That's why whenever I do these predictions, I always think, what is Vince or what is Nick Khan or whoever? What are they thinking?
And I get
That's
that.
hard to.
I get that, and that is logical to do. But at the same time, you also got to think Cody has to. Cody's also got to have some leverage in this, as well too.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Chad,
You know what I'm
again,
saying?
why leave AEW as a top guy and go to the mid card?
Exactly.
WWE makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see them bringing him in and immediately putting him in the main event. I think
the
you need
only
to
way.
start slow. Like, obviously, don't relegate him to the mid card. But if you're Cody Rhodes, like, I don't think you can be just like put in the mid card and like that's where you are. I think he's at the point in his career where he's bound to be at that main event level. Like you said, though, you need to build him back up. And I think maybe like, a match with Seth Rollins, which I want to get back into the Seth Rollins talk in a minute. Maybe a match with Seth Rollins, which isn't, the top match on WrestleMania.
Well, that's technically a main event match. I mean, it's Seth
It's
Rollins'
a marquee
main event
match.
It's a marquee match.
All you're missing is a leather and some zinc there, brother.
But
on the strap.
like you want to build him up to that main event match. you got to start with those like marquees. You know, you have
That's
to
fine.
start
Yeah,
with
that's fine. That's fine. I mean, you just can't. You
Yeah.
can't start him with Sami Zayn. You got to go to Seth Rollins or Roman if he doesn't have a title.
The KO or Randy Orton,
KO,
like those
Randy
guys.
Orton. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
if you want to say main event, we'll put it in like compartments. Main event, Brock, Roman. Those are the main guys you want to go after.
Right.
Marquee matches, like we were talking, will be like we said, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins,
like Edge and AJ,
Bobby Lashley,
you know.
Edge, AJ Styles even.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he can't go past that. He can't be having Ricochet matches. Nothing against Ricochet.
No.
He can't have a match against. He can't mess with Sheamus. He can't mess with what's his name, the Happy
Corbin. Nope.
Yeah, he can't be anywhere near those guys. He has to be in that that elite, like top of the food chain.
Now,
guys
week to
he's
week, you could throw those guys in, you know, but not for
exactly.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, especially with pay-per-view season.
So, last question on Cody before we get back in Seth, as Chad also says, that's WWE's problem, though. When is the last time someone from another company entered WWE as a top threat? That's exciting. Bring them in. Yeah, AJ. I guess that's the only name. That
AJ, AJ's pretty much
AJ's the only last one, really.
Yeah,
and actually, what we were talking about is exactly how AJ did unfolded. AJ came in, Chris Jericho did the tag team thing, and then started the feud with Jericho. And shortly after,
right?
I think it was right after. I think it was right to Cena. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then not long after
he
that,
went to Roman. He went Jericho, and then he fought Roman, but he lost to Roman.
Yeah, see,
and then he went to Cena.
Yeah, and then
going to the
so that's the thing. If we can get like a similar path to like how AJ came in, you know, you get, Rollins as your Jericho, Reigns as your Reigns, and then you eventually go on to like what would be that feud to put him at the top. I guess it just comes down to at that point, like, are you okay with him losing to Roman? Because that's what it would have to be. Like, he can't beat Roman.
Why?
Why not?
I mean, he can, but like, do you really want him to be the one to beat Roman?
Why not?
After this near, what would it be at that point? 700-day reign? I think Roman's going 1,000 days.
Why not?
I think you need to build up one of your homegrown talent for that. You can't bring somebody in who is
how long it takes to do
only
that?
supposed to be wrestling for a few more years. Cody says that he doesn't have a lot of years left in him. Why would you waste your longest, most prestigious title reign that you've had in the last decade to someone like Cody? I would rather him lose it to someone like Braun Breaker.
No, get out of
I'm
here.
saying just someone that you're building up.
I
that's going to be in the company for a long time.
But look how long it takes to get to there. Look, when did Roman win the title? 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
August 2020. Okay, all right. Look at where how long it took him to really settle in that name, the top Big Daddy John Cena position, right?
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels position. Right. Look how long he's now as of August 2020. I think we can all agree that's when he's still in that position.
Well, that's just because of fucked up booking. Like, let's be real.
But that's the current state of WWE.
That's true.
So it took him 6 years to get to that point.
Yeah.
Really. Okay. About 2014, you could say, tail end of 2014 to August of 2014, we'll say to 2020. It took 6 years. They can't do that with Braun Breaker in 6 years. They gotta shoot him to the freaking moon ASAP.
Yeah, put all those resources behind him. Yeah.
Do that. So if they're going to do a Braun Breaker, so why not Cody? You know, Cody's already established. He's been recently in the minds of WWE. Now he's the big fish in AEW. Helped start AEW, leaving, and that's if this is not a work. You know, obviously, we're talking. Hyperboles here, but if that doesn't work, and go up against Roman, why wouldn't you knock him down?
My whole thing is
because
just
who else is Roman going to lose to? There's no one else. Literally,
I mean, someone that you would build up, but you would have obviously you would take a little bit of time.
it takes time. Yeah,
But it also comes down to like when I was on the debate show and they asked, would you rather have Brock or Roman? And I said Brock because you want someone that's going to be in your company for a while and is going to allow younger talent to get over.
right.
So
take the title off of, put it on Cody, put on him for about a year, start raising that talent up. Boop, boop, boop. Cody's going to stay there. Done. Then you have somebody
I
to
guess
Cody.
if you really want Cody to be like your face of the company, then sure. But like, I just don't see them taking what they've been building for so long and immediately just bringing in Cody and saying, "Go ahead, like you're the top guy now." And Chad mentioned booking him strong from the jump gives the company a new top guy to use at the top.
Yep.
Entering Cody and building him, you risk the WWE audience not buying him as a top guy and going into Stardust mode.
Exactly.
But the thing is that, like, I know we're talking about, this will be like one of the first guys in a while that they've brought in that's an outside threat immediately, one of the top guys in WWE since AJ. Do you think WWE is really going to want to acknowledge the fact that Cody's been doing other things outside of WWE to elevate himself?
You don't have to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
I think
he's
WWE
bringing the
has
audience
that
with
mentality that they want to make sure that Cody has a spot, but he'll eventually get to that top spot, but they're not going to immediately say, "Oh, you were, the top guy in AEW. Swoop, come right into WWE and you're the top guy."
And you're right, because the way Vince does it is you got to be punished for leaving.
Yeah, and that's how you got to think about it, though.
But
well,
and I get what you're saying, but the question was, can he take down Roman? And I'm saying why not? Go ahead, Marco. Sorry.
I mean, the other thing too is like, I think it was Cody like a while back that said like, when he asked for his release from the WWE and he wanted to go out and do his own thing. One of the things Vince McMahon, I think he said, told him was like, if you do leave, make sure like you prove me wrong while you're out there.
Yeah,
prove me wrong when you're out there. Show me that I made a mistake. Having you leave. This is before like the mass, like when they started like the news started really picking up on them, like releasing people. Like when people got released, it was just like a handful, a couple here and there. But he was like one of the big names that left at that time too. So like, but then when he said that, he did just that. He went out and set his own path, became the American Nightmare, opposite of the American Dream. Went to Japan, won titles, won the NWA 10 pounds of gold, put on his own pay-per-view. The thing is, like, Vince McMahon respects the outside stuff more, like, not even his in-ring work. All that stuff he did outside, building a pay-per-view without a company. That all-in pay-per-view, the most successful, show that wasn't a WWE show at the time, that's huge. And then going on to even, partnering with Tony Khan and creating AEW and doing all that stuff, you get it. Vince McMahon respects the hell out of that more than anything. And if you watch that interview with Pat McAfee, you definitely pick up on that. Like he's all about business, and if the business is right and you're doing the right thing, it makes it easier for him to work with you, essentially. So
I got one thing to keep in mind. Okay.
Well, before you do that, I just want to bring in Acefield Retro. Welcome back, Boney.
My guy.
Fresh and ready to battle. Acefield, call me up. Have your people call my people. I've got a discussion that I want to bring up with you. Turnbuckle Tavern. Nothing to do with Rawdown. Just other outside curriculum.
Other business.
Chad says they just need variety at the top. Not saying Cody becomes the face of the company. Yeah, that's not reality. But to add him in the mix with Roman, Brock, Seth, they need depth. But I mean, Boney, I'll let you talk. But I just want to say that, like, having Cody beat Roman, he immediately becomes the face of the company since Roman is the face of the company. That's all I'll say. Boney, go ahead with your point.
So just real quick, and I want to drive home how over Cody Rhodes is. Okay, people like it's in vogue to boo him, right? Okay, and people will go roll their eyes and things like that. I want everybody to. I'm gonna paint a real quick picture here. Okay, 2016 he leaves. He's doing Stardust. Some people liked it. Some people didn't. Whatever. We know Cody didn't. He was mid card. he leaves. What's the first thing he does? He does his little list, right, of the wrestlers he wants. And I mean, that was over like Rover. Boom. And he went and I think he faced everybody on that list, right? And that's when he slowly just that train kept moving, where he picked up steam and he became Cody Rhodes that we know today. So I want everybody to remember that. You know how over really Cody Rhodes is. You may not like him, whatever, but keep that in mind. He went from Stardust to an EVP of a major company.
Yeah,
and he did it on his own.
Yeah. The other thing too is like in that Dynamite ring, is from Cody Rhodes. The ROH. He went the Ring of Honor, like because
that's right.
He actually created that. That's where that ring comes from.
Oh, okay.
The Ring of Honor. Like he actually wore the ring as a championship.
Okay.
So I mean,
I think I do remember that now. Yeah.
Darby Allin, he put over. I mean, in TNT Championship match, Sammy Guevara, he put over as well. Like he's put over a lot of people. That I know we had a debate like a while back in our Pod Foundation group chat about like how many like 5-star matches Cody Rhodes had, but I mean he didn't have the greatest matches, but he did put a lot of talent over in AEW as well, in the ring.
Yeah,
from what I read, like outside the ring as well, like helping out and stuff like that. So, I mean, like I said, I think he's definitely in the main event mix. If he does sign with the WWE and does a pair at some point.
All right.
Don't laugh.
Look, I want to go back to the Seth Rollins talk before we move on. Just real quick, Rollins apparently was supposed to have a big. This was a great chat, by the way. This is definitely a future debate. Rollins supposed to have a big, opponent for Mania. I think it's Cody. What do you guys think? Cody? Or
if it's not Cody, I'm thinking Otis. I'm serious.
I'm thinking the other Paul. I'm thinking the other Paul brother is going to be.
Oh Christ!
No, I'm joking. I don't.
Or
Pauls.
Or you bring up Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Started off hot, baby. You know.
Well, look, I saw a tweet that someone put out of potential options, and they put like 4 pictures, and it was. So I'll let you pick between these 3 names, right? Because one of them was Cody, but the other 3 names were Shawn Michaels,
Shawn
Goldberg, and Kurt Angle. Out of those 3 names,
none.
Marco and J-Bone, which would you?
I'd rather him see Otis, to be quite honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even lie.
Cody.
Cody? Cody's a given.
Cody.
Like I think,
Cody's a given. Yeah.
Where are they next week? Don't forget, Jacksonville, Florida. They're in Florida for Raw. Just a heads up there.
True. I don't know. Out of that bunch, that's hard. Maybe Kurt. I mean, if he's in decent shape, he really didn't get the send off he deserved. Essentially,
I would pick Shawn just like to see the idea of like Shawn versus Seth. Because if we're not going to get Shawn versus AJ, that's the closest thing we're going to get. Nicole Bellcaster is in the chat. A rare appearance from a Bellcaster on a WWE show. Cody should never go to WWE again. Short and sweet. Very true. And Coda Question, welcome to the chat. All right. A lot of great news going on. We're going to step away from WrestleMania chat for a moment because...
Wait a minute.
Oh.
We can't. We got to talk about the MSG. Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Roman Reigns. I'm sure you guys see the pictures and seeing a lot of people are just saying, WWE just gave a spoiler of what's gonna happen at Mania. I mean, I think it's a spoiler essentially. I'm not sure if it's gonna be Brock Lesnar being bloodied like that, but yeah.
Tom is in the chat, by the way. Welcome, Tom.
Oh, Tom's here. But yeah, the other part of that is his challenger was Austin Theory. Was his because they had this like WWE was like,
good job.
You're gonna be at MSG. There's gonna be a big,
I love it,
big name for Brock Lesnar to face, and then ended up being
it grew on me. I will say it grew on
Theory.
me.
I did. Yeah, Austin Theory is growing on me like leaps and bounds.
Yeah,
I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
Vince puts his power behind somebody, I mean,
Yeah,
it seems to
yeah,
work, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are you guys? I'm sure you are, but are you fine with the whole Pat McAfee and Austin Theory
Yeah.
match?
I love
yeah.
Pat McAfee. I mean, I watch his show. I listen to his podcast when I can't watch it anyway. His personality is just great anyway. I mean, he's shown expletives on SmackDown, which was pretty cool. He called him a bitch boy, which was kind of funny.
Bitch boy.
I much rather Austin and Pat than Vince and Pat. You know?
Oh, I
Yeah.
would have loved to seen Vince in the ring. I'm sorry. I just wanted to see what it would be like.
I mean, yeah.
Like-
the other thing, they kind of killed it with that.
Go watch the network.
With that interview, they kind of killed it. Like they killed like kind of any note. It was like an hour and almost like 30 minutes that interview. And it was like a legit interview. It wasn't like a work type thing. Like obviously he offered that match at Mania, but other than that, it would have kind of killed it if he did have a match with Pat McAfee.
Yeah. Matt's in the coolers in the chat. Thank you guys for lighting up the chat tonight. We have 9 viewers. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Yeah.
We got a lot of great action here in the chat. We have Matt's in the cooler. He says, I went back and forth for days about going to the MSG show based on the hype and no regrets in not going. Honestly, I don't blame you. I would not have gone to that show. I was thinking about it as well, but I was like, nah. Man,
that's in your backyard.
It was a 1 segment show, it seems like. Tom says Pat was great with Adam Cole. Gonna be different in there with a guy who doesn't have much experience. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of
Tom. Get out of here, Tom.
Yeah.
I know you guys are a little salty about the Adam Cole talk, but I mean Pat will be just fine with
All Elite, baby.
Tyson is not a fan of Austin Theory. He says that he is a quote walking diaper stain.
All right.
Oh, man. Wow.
All
Okay.
right.
Tell me how you really feel.
I know, right?
Tyson, I'm the tag team champion.
What's behind that?
Tom says I did the same. He agrees. And we have the dude from That Thing says Pat McAfee is a wrestling god.
He is. I mean, yeah.
He is.
Those matches he had in NXT were awesome.
Hey man, I said it last week, and I know J-Bone disagrees with me, but Pat McAfee is going down as one of the better signings that the WWE has brought in for the last decade.
Signings. Yes.
Signings.
Yeah, so not the wording is right. There you go.
What did I say last week? I said didn't I say
you said he was one of the best you said something to the fact where it sounded like he's one of the best wrestlers or best talents.
No way I said
that. That's what it sounded like, and I think that's what you
he said
twisted my words, you son of a bitch. That's why you're not getting this championship, Marco.
You said best signing, and I was eight with broken skulls in, son, and watching chat my ass off.
What?
And just like wanted to choke you through my phone. No,
I stand by it. I okay. Thinking about it, I don't know if I think him and AJ Styles are on the same level. I think I'll say that. For different reasons. For very different reasons. All right. I won't go any further because the chat's going to light up. Matt's in the cooler says WWE the 1 segment company. That's a very true statement. Tom says I love Theory. Just think Cole can make anyone look good. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hangman did his job. I don't think Adam Cole helped him out as much.
No, I think
there.
Tom says that he doesn't want to see him dancing on tables. Look, I could sit here forever and make my case that McAfee is one of the best signings.
Fire him! I like that one.
But you know what? I won't do that. You could watch last week's episode. You know what? I'll get him out of here. Remove him. How do I remove him?
Let's go.
Anyways,
Get him out of here.
Let's talk. What else are we going to talk about today?
Oh my god! What is going on right now?
What?
Wait, what?
We just lost Anthony.
We just lost it. Jeez. He's ruining the show right now. Jeez.
Did
Put me in the
you
top
put
spot. What the fuck
Pat
are you doing here?
McAfee on the same level as AJ Styles?
Who said that?
Yes. Well, first of all, old man, you've got your feedback, and it's ruining our whole stream.
I shut it off.
Volume down. Second of all, yes, at least somewhat on the same level.
Oh my god!
Maybe number 2 under
Pat
AJ.
McAfee and AJ Styles on the same level.
On like number two.
dude, come on.
Name me 2 other people that
Who
are a better
does
signing
number
outside
2
of AJ
work for?
in the last decade who is a better signing company-wide, not just in the ring. I'm not even talking about in the ring. I'm talking about overall. I don't care that it's Tom's birthday.
How about Brock Lesnar?
In the last decade.
Yeah, that's in the last
He was
decade.
brought back in the last decade.
Yeah.
Okay, but also, like, I'm talking about people that weren't in the company.
How about Roman
Last
Reigns? He was signed.
All right.
He's
sure.
not on the same level.
In the last
He's
5
not.
years, then. Was
He's
AJ
a
in the last
fucking
5 years?
commentator. He's a commentator that.
But you got to think of it like
He dances on
across
tape.
all different areas.
He's not.
Commentary,
He's not
bringing
that
in mainstream
big.
fans from his podcast. He
No.
can do it in the ring. He
His
has
podcast
Vince's seal of
sucks.
approval. Literally, the night after WrestleMania, he was put in the SmackDown commentary spot. A
Okay.
random guy who had no experience on commentary. Here he comes in because of his podcast, and then he brings in who? He brings in Brock Lesnar. He brings in Adam Cole. Why the fuck is he here? Get
What's
out!
going on right now? We're getting
Stop banning
hijacked.
people.
Get out of here! Get out of here! I'm not,
Your
I'm not
keys,
dealing
young
with
boy.
any bellcasters tonight.
Who does number 2 work for?
In the Rudy Poo are you, goddammit? I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin, and if I'm gonna come out and call out Kevin Owens, you're a piece of shit. What? I'm gonna take you down to the Broken Skull Ranch, stun your ass 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 fucking times, cause that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so. What?
Leave. I'm done.
Oh
I'm
my
done.
God. This
Had
is
enough.
going off the rails right now.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, I mean, we could say this: does any one of those guys you mentioned have an AFC championship?
What?
For the belt?
That's
I
true.
mean, Pat
That's
McAfee does. I mean,
What?
I'm not saying Pat McAfee. I can't even say his name.
he's an athlete.
I'm not saying he's not a good announcer and he does what Vince wants.
Yeah.
And he's not good in the ring. But to compare him to AJ Styles is just crazy.
As a
Number
signing.
1 kicker in the goddamn NFL, son of a bitch. Deborah.
Oh my God!
Oh my
We're going off
goodness.
the
We're
rails.
going to wrap up the show. We still have so many segments to get to.
What?
All right.
All right, I'll let you guys finish.
All right.
So-
Thank you very much. This is a
Very good.
debate topic for another day.
My
This is a
God.
debate
And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold and the OG Fig Kid motherfucker says so. What?
Jeez.
Happy
Oh
birthday,
my
Tom.
God.
Goodbye.
Oh my God.
Oh boy!
Oh,
What?
Can we ban him?
How do you ban people?
I'm leaving, but I love you guys. I just wanted to pop in and send some love, okay? Have fun. Keep my camera hooked up. But goddamn, Pat McAfee for the
You
Hall
can't
of
even say his name, you
I can't say
motherfucker.
wardrobe.
Matt
What do you want
What
me to
is
Matt
this?
McAfee? Matt
Madcap
McAfee.
Moss.
Matt
Madcap.
McAfee, Madcap.
M- M
Madcap.
Madcap. But no, have fun. I was just fucking around. I love you guys.
And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so. Have a good fucking Rawdown. What?
My
Jeez.
God.
Oh man!
Yeah, exactly. Thomas, he's an antivirus program. All right, let's
Man.
get the show rolling.
All
here.
right.
Young-
It's time
young
to
Anthony
move
just-
on.
just setting
What
it
were
up,
we even
man.
talking about? All right, let's move on to last thing on the outside the ropes. Margo actually brought this up before the show started. WWE 2K22.
Yeah.
Fucking Bellcaster just left. He has the game as well, but the pre-order got released. The
Yep.
deluxe version or whatever got released. And Marco, Boney, do you have the game yet?
I don't own a PlayStation or a
Or
box set.
Xbox.
Ah.
A box.
Marco,
Oh,
you
man.
have the game.
I
You
just-
played it. What are your first impressions?
I just play with toys. That's all I do.
You gotta go full nerd, dude. You gotta get video games. You gotta read comic books. You gotta go full in. But no, I it took a hiatus. If you're a fan of WWE 2K series, 2K19 was the last Good game. 2K20 we don't talk about. It wasn't really buggy, just awful.
I didn't even
awful
get it.
game.
I didn't even get it.
Yeah, it was bad. But this one, when they talk about like it hits different, that's the tagline. It really does. Like the game engine's completely overhauled. Like the button layout is completely different as well. It's not the same combinations. It looks different. It looks literally like if you play the NBA 2K series, it looked like it's the same exact thing. They have like the My GM mode. They have My Team mode, which is basically like you collect cards and try to build up your stable or whatever. Then they obviously have the regular things as well. You can do your own your fantasy drafts and all that stuff. I didn't touch the My GM. It seems a little bit robust, so I think you could do like an automatic draft, but I didn't want an automatic draft. I want to like create my own show and stuff like that. But from what I've seen, I love it. I think it's awesome. It's really good. And what I've read too, I've seen a lot of people say give some good remarks on it as well. So, but yeah, I was pumped. I was playing for like hours today.
Yeah. I was nervous about it because like going in a few days ago, they were saying like it was starting to get released about like all of this different news that was kind of disappointing. Like,
yep.
For like hardcore WWE game fans, like, especially in the creative suite, like, you can't do advanced, entrance motions anymore. It's just the basic stuff. A lot of the, we're still waiting on a lot of different things to come in. Like GM mode is very watered down. It's only like, 3 matches that you can book on a show. Like I was nervous about all this, but now you're starting to see the game actually release. I think it's a case of like, just wait until you actually play it because apparently everyone loves it now. I think it looks great. I think
it looks awesome.
I watched a few of the entrances because I'm trying to like not watch a lot of stuff because I just want to be like, I just want to enjoy it, like when I get it, not spoil it or anything. But like I watched like Brock's entrance, which looks phenomenal, and surprisingly Ricochet's entrance looks phenomenal.
Pretty cool. The Roman Reigns one is awesome. You have Paul Heyman. It's the same. Literally, what you see on TV is what you see in the game. He comes out. Paul Heyman's carrying the belt. He hands it to him.
That was good too.
It's awesome. Yeah, they did a really good job on that.
Yeah. Tom says, what was the overall reaction on the net? It's pretty positive from everything that I'm seeing on Twitter. I think there's a few bugs and everything, but like, it's just an early version of the game. But for the most part, it looks pretty positive on all ends. What I will say is I'm excited for that My Career, My Rise or whatever it's called.
Yeah, My Rise.
Because it looks very, very detailed. And I heard that there is a story that you could do if you are a heel. You can start a feud with Rey Mysterio. And you steal Eddie Guerrero's lowrider and you ride it out to the ring just to build heat for yourself. And then you beat the shit out of Rey Mysterio. That's
pretty cool.
That alone sells me on getting this fucking game. Mike Belcaster actually brings up a very good point. Join us on the Tavern Discord. He'll go on for a bit after we're done with our thing. And this actually gives me a chance before we get into our next segment to plug the Turnbuckle Tavern's official new, spanking new Discord. If you are not on Discord, you are an old man and you do not deserve to be on the internet because the Turnbuckle Tavern's Discord is the #1 place to talk all things wrestling, WWE, AEW, indies. And not just that, you could talk about art, music, video games like we're doing right now. And like Mike Belcaster is about to play some WWE 2K for us. The possibilities are endless. You get to meet some great people. We already have about 30 people in that Discord. Keep it growing. You can find the link to that over on where else? The turnbuckletavern.com, where you can find all the links. And we'll do some more promotion about the turnbuckletavern.com later on.
I got some breaking news though. Breaking news. And new NXT World Champion Dolph Ziggler.
No
I'm
way.
Here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
Come
Really?
on! Wow.
He had defeated Braun Breaker and Tommaso Ciampa in a triple threat match.
Whoa, that's huge
Tonight.
Wow.
To become the new NXT World
Show
Champion.
off.
Look
Wow.
at that.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
all right.
is the reason for that A, because they're going all in on Braun Breaker and the main roster, or B, because they fucked up by putting a NXT pay-per-view the same day as WrestleMania Saturday, and they need to find a way to sell tickets.
Probably
Maybe,
that.
maybe Seth's opponent is Braun Breaker. Maybe that's the creative shift they went.
Oh, I mean, you can't complain. I mean, if that's we can't complain about them not building talent if they're not gonna, go forth and do it. So maybe they think he's ready. I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, he did show up on Raw. I mean, that match was pretty awesome with him and Tommaso. Like, I mean, maybe he's in the good graces now. He proved he's a formidable talent.
Yeah,
on the roster.
Yeah,
Who knows? I mean, we'll see. Maybe that'll be the rematch. Maybe that'll be the rematch at the NXT show.
Yeah, when they're standing and delivering.
Yeah,
standing and delivering. Let's go through some comments after I just plug the Discord. Tyson says, "Have it, but due to my eye, I can't see what I'm doing. Eventually, you'll be able to see the amazing graphics in full 4K, 1080p, whatever vision. You'll see it eventually." Nicole Bell, the game has sold more copies than WrestleMania sold seats.
Probably.
Very true.
You can what you could do? Build your own WrestleMania.
That's very true.
Watch that instead of the actual WrestleMania. So
yeah. How do you stream on Discord? Talk to Mike Bellcaster about that one. And I'm finally getting something right. I get a lot of things right. I don't know what we're talking about.
I think the only thing he was talking about was you got the website right. So good job.
That's true too.
Yeah, not the signing of Pat McAfee though.
Turnbuckle.
Yeah, we were right here, Tom. What do you want us to do?
Yeah,
we're not unprofessional like you watching wrestling while we're on.
Oh wait, you should have told me that this was for NXT because now this gives me a great reason to use.
South slanging, rolling with these hustlers.
To use.
South slanging,
why is
rolling with these hustlers. Trying to get rid of all you haters and you busters. Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers. Trying to get rid of all you haters and busters.
So good.
For some reason, it wasn't playing for me the first time, so I hope that you all got to see that. Chad likes the move for NXT. I don't see where they're going with it. I wasn't watching the show.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Welcome, Q, the content guy. Thanks for dropping in. Nicole Bellcaster says this might be big news, but breaking news is Nick Storm is on Fig Night. Yes, Nick Storm is a new member of Fig Night. Congratulations to him.
Storm's the man.
Ciampa does have a new theme song, and I also don't know how to feel about it. It's very generic as we have plates flying all over.
Haven't heard it yet.
And Dolph is great when he can be excited for being in NXT.
Oh yeah, no, Dolph's awesome. Now that guy's a main eventer.
You muted yourself. I like it. Let's keep it on. Let's keep it growing like this.
Hold on. Can you see me because I can't see myself now?
We can see you, but we can see you. Unfortunately, we can hear you too.
Wow. You can see it here.
Nevertheless, this gives us a perfect chance to get right into our next segment.
Who won the week?
Who won the week? So let's go over Raw versus SmackDown, and automatically let's get this segment out of the way. Match of the week. It's always my favorite sound. That triple threat tag team match, well and away, best match of the week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What a match.
It's probably the best WWE match I've seen in a long time.
There was a post on the Chick Foley Instagram that said, "Hot take, might be a better triple threat match than the triple threat match on AEW Revolution."
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
Yeah,
all right, I don't know if I would go that far, but
whoa, wait! I have to ask.
What was
Miss Foley and I disagree on Short Kings.
Short Kings.
However, I kind of have to agree. I thought I enjoyed it more. So
I thought both matches were great. I was just really into that AEW match, but this one, like, we could have just gotten, the bell rings and Randy Orton hits that RKO, and like that, I would be okay with it. That final RKO
was work of beauty.
Insane.
has to be. That was probably more impressive than the one that he did on Evan Bourne.
Yeah,
when he did that airborne.
Or even though
That's
Seth
one of
Rollins,
the greatest of all time.
I know we're not the AEW show. We're not the flagship show.
Right.
But for that triple threat match on AEW Revolution, I felt that they could have just removed Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus and made that a Young Bucks versus Red Dragon match. Because what that seems like is they were using that match as a kind of like a piece to the puzzle to get, the Young Bucks and the Red Dragon feuding and, holding over until Kenny Omega returns and takes leadership of the Bucks, and then Adam Cole takes leadership of it, and then they do that whole thing. So they could have easily just remove the tag team championship stipulation and just made that a Bucks versus
I agree.
Dragon.
They could have done that as a
for
tag
me
team
anyway.
match.
That's I mean,
like Chad always says, breadcrumbs. We'll
they were just
eventually
extra
get to that.
bodies. I mean, Lucha's a giant extra body though to have, but.
Oh my God!
Courtney says young Anthony's popularity is rising faster than gas prices.
We just
stop. That's a good one right there. That's
suck.
a good one right there.
I mean, me and J-Bone are just like dead weight apparently.
If nothing else, if I don't win this
Bucks.
championship for WrestleMania, which I know that I will, as long as I have the support of Courtney, that's all I need.
Oh
At
my
this point.
God!
Tom says, "Hold on." What can I say? I'm over. What else can we talk about? Anything else stand out to you guys about this week? Edge's promo. There's a lot on Raw that was actually really great this week that I want to talk about. Edge's promo, the Undertaker promo.
Just kiss.
Yeah, he's the new Undertaker.
Yeah. What did you guys think of the Edge
The
take?
time is drawing near.
One thing that was running through my mind with that black light, it was a good thing that black light wasn't there with the live sex show. Hey-o! Anyways, but yes, on this day, I see clearly. Geez, you think
On
you know
this
me?
day, you will rest.
You think you know me? He went old school with that light too. He used that when he was a heel.
Yeah,
back in yesteryear. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I like how he's taking his older personas and bringing them back into the modern era. Like, and he's doing it the right way too.
I wonder if we're gonna get his like original theme now that he's like turned heel. Like at WrestleMania, you're gonna hear like, "You think you know me? You think you know me? You think you know?"
Oh, yeah. That'd be pretty.
God, I hope not.
Comes out from the entrance.
What a heel!
Is that the one with the camera? Used to pan the crowd.
Yeah.
How to find him and stuff. That'd be actually, if they do that for Mania, I'll be.
That's what they do now during the matches. So.
Yeah, they do that. That's true. When someone's punching, they like zoom in and out.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what else. Anything else happen on Raw? I mean, we got some more Mania confirmations, like Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are added to the tag team title match. Great for them. Apparently, Nikki Bella is going to be on the bump tomorrow, which probably means that the Bella twins will also be added to the women's tag team match for whatever
Green
reason.
jacket, gold jacket, who gives a shit?
That's a t-shirt just waiting to be made. Anything else happen on Raw that I'm forgetting? Anything big? Vader was announced for the Hall of Fame. Completely forgot to mention that outside the ropes.
It's being rumored that Psycho Sid will be
Psycho Sid.
next.
I also heard rumblings about the Steiner brothers, but I don't see that happening. But
that'd be huge. Please,
that would be huge.
Please, then we can get some figures, please.
It's about time we get some Scott Steiner
awesome.
in here.
I'm trying to think.
The numbers don't lie.
Holler if you hear me.
I don't think anything
for Raw?
else major happened on Raw. Anything on SmackDown? I honestly didn't watch SmackDown.
I mean, SmackDown. We have a new
Intercontinental Champion on SmackDown. We do. Ricochet is
Ricochet
the new
with the.
What do you guys think of that? Do you think that there's any plan for Ricochet for WrestleMania, or is this just a way to like stuff
He's about-
the Andre Battle Royal?
He's about to face Madcap Moss for that title.
Oh my
Well, yeah.
God,
Well,
please
there was those reports that I think we spoke about last week where he's going to be treated as like the number 3 like babyface behind.
Who
Drew
does
McIntyre.
number 3 look for?
Yeah, he's
I
going
mean,
to be
number
the
threes
number
are
3
crucial,
entrant
too.
in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's number 3
Damn
for
it.
him.
Yeah. I mean, number 3's. I mean, it's not a bad position to be in as a baby face, if anything. But I think they're just trying to take those like titles, like the United States Championship, with Finn Balor holding it, and then Ricochet holding the IC title, and just trying to do something with it, do something different. I mean, I'm not sure who's his opponent going to be, but
yeah,
you can pretty much assume that Damian Priest and Finn Balor is going to happen at Mania. I'm assuming anyway.
Ricochet has the charisma of Hacksaw Jim Duggan's 2x4.
Yeah, no, that's the bad thing. Yeah, that's
Can't cut
where
a promo for his life.
He's in that Cesaro category where he's great talent in the ring, but as far as promo skills, not there yet.
For Ricochet, I don't see any plan for him at WrestleMania. I think for Finn Balor, he'll definitely face Damian Priest, and I don't know if this is a hot take, but I'll throw it on there.
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
I think we see the Demon at WrestleMania.
Ooh, yeah, I think so.
I think it kind of makes sense in the terms of like, well, first of all, they've fucking butchered the Demon already, so you might as well just throw it on there for WrestleMania. But I think it makes sense, like the split personality for Damian Priest, kind of split personality for Finn.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I dig it.
I think it could be cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah. As far as everything else on SmackDown, Ronda Rousey fought in a match and actually made Charlotte quote unquote tap out, whatever. It was what it was. It was just a regular old.
It's fine.
It's fine. Nah, I don't get
it. So actually, someone posted something where Ronda Rousey's like, I want to be the first person to make Charlotte Flair tap out, and then they split it and showed Sasha Banks did that already with the bank statement.
Oh yeah. Man, needs more smoke and rope shaking.
Yeah.
It's women's wrestling. Who cares?
No, yeah.
That's when I take my smoke break.
By the way, folks, if you don't know what we're talking about, just listen to the Call the Hawk segment. That's what we're referring to. I love women's wrestling. Not so much.
I don't get it.
It's fine. I don't get it.
Fine. Oh man. All right. Time to wrap up the show the only way we know how.
Who won the week?
Red Jolly Rancher versus Blue Jolly Rancher. Which one are you taking this week?
It's got to be the red one, man. They've been killing it.
Red, yeah.
And I was thinking about this. This maybe we could save this for another week, but I've kind of brought this up a little bit. Red, Raw's been killing it ever since the draft, and I don't know. Does that really show off Roman's booking or his drawing power? Should I say?
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
I'm just saying. Was it Roman carrying SmackDown, or was it the team of Seth Rollins, Edge, Kevin Owens, those folks?
I mean, I think there's only so much that you could do when you're Roman Reigns. I think he's doing everything fine. Well, when you don't have a good roster built around you, especially with the amount of changes that was made to that roster, you had guys like Jeff Hardy, that was primed to be a spot against Roman. A few other names I'm sure would have been built up.
But
You
if
even
you're
look at
the
it-
if you're the champ, you should be able to make anybody, right? Look at Cena, look at Hogan, look at Brett, look at Shawn, look at the game.
Yeah, but if you look at, I mean, when they were wrestling, the rosters were way loaded.
Yeah, I was gonna
back
say,
then. There was
like,
way more talent back.
you know,
back
every
in,
time
back in those
Austin was
days.
on a show, The Rock was always on the same show.
Rock,
It's not like we have an
Mankind,
equal to
yeah.
Roman right now.
Undertaker. You had literally a bunch of supporting characters on SmackDown.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
Very true.
I mean, who's like a big?
You make a
name?
point, though. You make a good point.
Yeah.
I'm just sticking my toe in the hot take pool, you know. Just put my toe into. I don't know.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, with that being said,
Hey, yo.
it's time to end the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to wrap up yet another fantabulous episode of the Rawdown. Before we do, the gentlemen have to plug what they have to plug. Boney, where can we find Coming Down the Aisle?
Coming Down the Aisle pod.com. That's right. Coming Down the Aisle pod.com. Find all the links to YouTube. I've been lax. You know, I've been really behind on some unboxings, but I got some Super 7 Matt Cardona, Brian Myers figures. I just got in. I'm going to unbox those. I got to upload a video I did for Unmatched Series 3. So check out Free the Fig. Check out all that stuff. I'm gonna really I was focused on that meeting with President Sneed Tunney. So I had to prepare all of my notes, and now that we're good to go, and that I have successfully convinced the man. But anyways, this week I'm going to also kind of start my series where this month I'm going to kind of celebrate women's wrestling, and so I have. Well, I'll talk about a lot about the guests this week. We're going to talk about women's wrestling. I got a lot of good guests planned for that. So of course, tune in Friday for the podcast, and then we got the list coming up too shortly that we're going to have to record. So I got a lot going on this month for the rest of this month. So check it out.
You're
muted. You're muted, pal.
You're
muted, pal.
Redonkulous. Can't believe that happened. We're live, pal. Where are we finding the Chick Foley show, Marco?
Oh man, you go to chickfolyshow.com, sign up, join our lovely Facebook group full of beautiful individuals.
All of us are in this.
Yeah. That love to talk. We love to talk wrestling, figures, and just everyday life stuff. You know, we're like a little family. Little family. Join the Foley family pretty much. But we do have a new show out. We do have our AEW Revolution recap out right now. Definitely listen to that. If you're an Adam Cole fan, don't listen to it. Just in case. But no, obviously you can follow me at the MVP Marco. You can follow Sheena at Chick Foley and follow me again on Chick Foley Show on Twitter. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And we'll probably do some watch-alongs, some WrestleMania watch-alongs coming up this month on the road to WrestleMania. So look out for those too.
Those are fun too, and also that there's gonna be a new season of the Chick Foley Picks League. Pick 'em
Yes.
So we're in the finals. The finals, I guess, will be WrestleMania, and then after that, we'll start a new season, which is fun. $5, I think, right?
Yep, $5 to get in. We run the season from after Mania all the way up to it's pretty much a whole year up until Mania again. So I was out way before anything.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, I mean, Sheena almost made it.
She cheated.
Yeah, she cheated. I think they're probably in cahoots, Seth and Sheena. I'm just gonna say it. Hot take. I'm not sure if you want to do the hot take thing, but yeah, I think they're trying to get.
I'll do the hot take. Here it is.
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
Yeah, I think there's some cahoots going. Even Phil, he's one of the commissioners. Phil Dunnett over in the UK.
Yeah.
He's one of the co-commissioners with Seth, and he's getting a little suspicious too as well. So
that he's a worm.
Oh man, yeah I had a perfect card on one of the pay-per-views, and they overlooked all those points. They haven't over those. So I mean, you know, we'll see what happens this season. I'm going to keep my eye open though. This next Foley Picks.
There you go.
Season.
For sure. A lot of great stuff happening over here.
What's going on in the class? I always mess this up.
Classic match class.
Classic match.
We're
Yeah.
actually, thank you for bringing that up. I was about to forget my own podcast. Damn. We are in WrestleMania season. The whole month of March, we're going to be reviewing a lot of different WrestleMania matches. We just posted our first one from the Golden Era, and that is, of course, Ricky Steamboat versus Randy Savage. You might be a little shocked at my opinion on that match. I'm not going to give anything away. But this Sunday, dropping new episode, we are talking about a new generation match, Brett versus Owen. Big story there.
Nice.
Man.
Looking forward to
one of my
talking about
favorites.
that one. I can already assume that's going to be an A+ right off the bat.
Oh, my God.
So good.
Going to be a good
A++++.
show, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. We also have a poll coming up soon. The fans will decide what our last WrestleMania match will be. It will be one option from the Golden Era, one from the New Gen, one from Attitude Era, one from Ruthless Aggression, and we will let you decide which match we will pick to review on WrestleMania Sunday, April 3rd. That's going to be our final WrestleMania match. And we have a whole cast of matches coming up soon. So on behalf of myself and Tyler, hope you enroll in the classroom very, very soon.
I'm glad you brought that up too. I'm also going to be doing a bracketology show, not with NCAA teams, but with trying to find out who the greatest wrestler is. So I'll do a breakdown of that too, coming up shortly as well too. So sorry, thank you for
yes. A lot of great things happening at the Pod Foundation. Especially right here at the Turnbuckle Tavern and the Rawdown, because like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are 21 days away from what is going to go down as one of the biggest shows in Rawdown history, the Rawdown WrestleMania 38 prediction show. And I know that we are going to have a lot of surprises coming up in the near future. We already have J-Bone picking first, and who knows? I might throw in a few surprises. Maybe even next week. Who knows?
What was that?
I don't know.
What's going on right now?
I don't know.
I don't like that.
Anyways,
what is that?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I think the feed got cut into or something.
You playing games.
I'll worry about that next week, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, we're getting out of here. Folks, if you enjoyed what you heard, and I know that you did, make sure that you go ahead and support the Turnbuckle Tavern in any way possible. That is, of course, going on over to theturnbuckletavern.com, where you can find all of your Turnbuckle Tavern needs. Subscribe to us on YouTube. It goes a long way. Leave a comment on this video telling us what you thought of the Rawdown this week. Drop a like and drop a subscribe. Helps the Tavern a lot. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, on Instagram. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Pods, and you will get yourself a Turnbuckle Tavern sticker from the one and only Mike Belcaster himself. All the other ways that you can support the Tavern, like I said, are on theturnbuckletavern.com. Especially, you can head over there and you can find our merch. You can go over to Teespring at theturnbuckletavern.com, where you can get the official Rawdown logo on a t-shirt, on a mug, get some stickers, get the whole shebang. And you can head on over to ProWrestlingTees.com/tavern, where you can get some official Rawdown merch with the likes of Hollywood Tony, Tony Schiavone, MVP Marco, anything that you want, anything your heart desires, along with a plethora of other great shirts branded from the Turnbuckle Tavern right in the palm of your hands. We have a huge podcast release schedule over here at the Turnbuckle Tavern. Something releases almost every goddamn day, and you want to check out everything that we have to offer. Monday is the debate. Tuesday is Broken VCR and the fucking GCW show. Wednesday is, of course, the audio version of the Rawdown. We'll hope you hear us tomorrow. Thursday, the flagship show reviewing AEW Dynamite. Friday is the Turnbuckle Sessions with Tom and Mike Belcaster. And Saturday is the audio version of Big Night, baby. Folks, 21 days remain until the biggest drawdown of all time. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. This is a show that you're going to want to check out. But until then, we will see you next week. Take care. Strike your hair. Woo, 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 woo. You know it.